Hello, Namaste, welcome to The Scoop. This is Anandi, and again I have brought next real story for you. The year was August 2014, Sinjar, a region in northwestern Iraq. Weather was clear that day. As usual, children were playing outside and females were doing their household work, and men were busy in worship prayer. Suddenly, the sky began to resonate with the flurry of bullets all around. Their colony was surrounded by some peoples from all sides. Those people were laced with modern weapons and they were shouting, "Surround everyone, no one can get escape." This was 17th August 2014 at Yazidis colony in Iraq. Yazidi community is ancient community of Iraq who believes that the soul passes from one birth to another birth and finally attains salvation. It means they have same rebirth and salvation concept as Hinduism. So to get convert or left their religion is worst thing in their religion, because if it is, then their soul can't get peace and salvation without following their ancient rituals. That is why they are persecuted since many centuries, but they did not leave their religion. That day also suddenly the colony was attacked by the religious robbers of Baghdadi. The Baghdadi who wanted to see the rule of Islam all over the world. ISIS terrorists surrounded the Yazidis colony. Then one by one Yazidi people started being driven out of their house. After this, terrorist leader ordered everyone to accept Islam. When Yazidi men refused, what was done? On this day, about 80 men, old women, and newborn children were gunned down with bullets. Girls and women in the age group of 6 years to 35 years were taken as sex workers and taken to the market for bidding. It was a mass genocide in the name of Islam. The remaining Yazidis took refuge in the mountains of northwestern Iraq. About 1 lakh Yazidis fled to Iraq on a hill named Sinjar near the Syrian border, saving their lives. But the skull of religious lust was not yet full. Exactly the next day, the attack was repeated. ISIS surrounded these people again. Yazidis were dragged out on the road and killed. On this day, 300 people were killed and 1,000 women were taken hostage. After this, the process continues for several days. Girls and women were kidnapped, children were made slaves, they were also killed, marketed the body of the Yazidis girl. Words cannot describe the atrocities that happened on the Yazidis. This was one of the biggest genocide in the name of Islam, in which about 40,000 people were killed. The dead bodies were scattered on the hills and on the roads. The Yazidi people had only two options, either to accept Islam or to die. What happened to the Yazidi girls during that time? There were only reports of kidnappings or videos of IS terrorists in which they were enjoying the story of sexual abuse of Yazidi girls. But the real stories were yet to come. After a few years, when IS was on the verge of its end, when Mosul became independent, then thousands of innocent Yazidi girls were left free. Those girls who had only their scratched body, their dreams were dead, only hope was alive, and shattered stories came to the fore again. The girls who had escaped from the clutches of religious terrorists told a very painful ordeal. Every woman and girl has such an ordeal that make us think, is this a real human or an animal? 21 years old Parla is also a Yazidi girl. Parla, who escaped to save her life after spending months in captivity, narrated her shuddered story. Check it. Narrated her shuddered ordeal. She told, when they came, we hid on the mountains to save our life. But they took everyone out from there. 400 more girls with me. Terrorists were forcing women. They were forcibly taking away women and girls. I saw a 60-year-old man came and took a 17-year-old girl. After this, the terrorists used to come three times a day and selectively used to pick up girls and small girls also to forcibly. Then all of us girls were kept in a field where we could not find anything to eat for 8 days. Every time those people choose to pick up 4 5 girls from there and sell them to someone. We were beaten up badly and forced to convert to Islam. We were not even given enough food to eat. After that, I was sold again. This time, a Tajikistan man bought me, but after 2 months, he died and my honor changed. This time, I was not sold, but given to other as a gift. There, my boss used to tie my hands and feet every time I raped and used to beat me up. A child under the age of 15 who had escaped said, I saw a man who was reciting the Quran. I requested him to leave me by giving him the knowledge of the Quran. I told him that I am just a little girl. I will serve you all my life, but please don't rape me. Please don't even touch me. Please, please, please. But he did not listen to me. Hearing this ordeal of these Yazidis girl, my heart breaks. I had goosebumps by reading only. How animals were people. One more Yazidi girl was Ashwaq Hamid. Hamid was one of the thousands of Yazidi girls abducted in Iraq. Hamid was handed over to terrorist Abu Hamam. She was violently raped, tortured, and sold as a sex slave many times. Abu Hamam now used to rape Hamid several times every day. He used to keep Hamid in handcuffs and torture her while raping her. The most disgusting fact is that when Abu Hamam raped Hamid several times, Hamid was only 14 years old. Hamid thought he was just a child, but Abu Hamam did not leave her. After being in captivity for some time, one day Hamid and some girl managed to escape from the captivity of these savages. In the year 2019, when IS was destroyed and Abu Hamam also returned, he was arrested. At the same time, Abu Hamam was brought in front of Hamid through a news channel. Hamid asked Abu Hamam why he did abused a 14 years old girl. Abu Hamam stood with his head bowed. I was only 14, the equivalent of your daughter or sister. You ruined my life. You have destroyed my dreams. If you had any emotion, you would not have raped a 14 years old girl. In the end, asking questions with moist eyes, Hamid felt unconscious. Thinking of this today creates tremors in my mind. How bad happened to those thousands of Yazidi girls in captivity in the name of Islam. And today, in countries like India, those who are standing with the banner of Save Muslim, even after rioting and stone pelting, will they put Save Yazidi Girls banner ever in their hands? I have never seen this, and maybe we will never see this. If this was not the massacre of an entire Yazidi nation in the name of Islam, then what was that? But voices did not echo anywhere for their justice, and it will not even resonate. Perhaps because killed people were not Muslims, or they were only Muslims who killed them.